Communism's great.
No.
No, it's not.
I wonder what kind of whiskey gets made under communism.
Water.
You ever had Chinese? Yeah.
Water.
You started out strong. He said water.
Water.
You don't get no whiskey, man.
You don't get that stuff. That's for the rich people. That's
Yeah.
for the guy who is in charge.
That's the capitalist.
Yeah.
Right?
No, not the capitalist.
Oh, the guy who's in charge of communism.
Yeah.
Yeah. The dictator.
Yeah.
Yes. Kim Jong-un.
It's the communistist. that's who gets the whiskeys.
I'm with it. That's kind of
You kidding
shitty.
me? Dude, the recipe for whiskey goes away and gets lost the minute we have communism. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
It's a good thing I don't live in communism.
It is.
Under communism. See, look at that. Too much whiskey already.
Big old glass of whiskey.
I don't want to live in communism.
Get you some of that Texas.
Yeah. That old Woody. Cheers, man.
Cheers, brother.
Thank you. Oof. Yeah, man. Texas, something. What the fuck are they doing in Texas?
I don't know.
Something different.
Something very different. It's delicious. That's that. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it is. It's you kind of nailed it with that wood thing. Last time we tried that one,
I don't think it showed up as much as it did today.
I tasted it, but I don't think I could quite figure it out, like what that taste was. But it's real woody.
It is
like fresh woody finish.
Yeah, it is a very fresh wood. It's not smoked or charred or like it's a very fresh. That's why I was curious as to their process of making bourbon.
I'm like chewing on a pickleball stick. It's real woody.
And getting hit in the face with a wiffle ball. How the fuck do you play tennis with a wiffle ball and a wooden paddle? You know what? I'm not even going to go. We're not going to do this.
I wonder who named it.
We're not going to do this.
Pickleball.
We're not going to do this.
I still do pickleball.
R.I.P. Jamie Foxx. We're not going to do this.
Hey, man. It'd be like that sometimes.
Oh, shit, dude. No.
I got something I want to talk to you about beyond. It's more in line with the communism part and less the Jamie Foxx dying part.
Okay. Well, Jamie Foxx didn't die. Let's be real about that.
But did he, though?
I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody really knows what happened.
I think his family kind of knows what happened, but they're kind of lying to us, too.
Yeah. They're definitely lying.
You got your light. I need your lighter. My shit's out of fluid because I suck.
Wait a second.
I'm poor. I have a lighter, no fluid. I got
You seriously don't have fluid for it?
Peanut butter, no jelly.
I know you got peanut butter and jelly, motherfucker. Now you're making me hungry.
I got ham, no burger.
I'll eat the ham either way. Shit don't need to be burger. Fucking ham's good. Ham's good as fuck. So before we go into anything else, my sweet daughter's birthday is coming up soon. And for the record,
Trying not to light my fucking beard on fire. That's difficult.
with that lighter, yes, it is. That's a very wildfire. Why didn't you just light a new cigar?
I kind of feel like I should have.
You really should. You're putting a lot of effort into something that's
Toast.
probably done. Just saying.
I'll get there.
Yeah. So yeah, my sweet baby gets to turn a year very soon, which is super cool. So we're having a big old shindig about it.
Hey, you got the fucking happiest, sweetest kid I've ever seen, man.
I love her. She's fantastic.
Me too, man. She really is. It's crazy. It's weird, man, because I don't have kids, right?
And you generally don't like children.
And I don't. It's not that I don't like them. I don't really you
don't fuck with them.
Yeah. That's weird,
I
right?
get that.
Am
No.
I weird?
No, because it's not it's not a part of your daily life. Listen, if you had kids and it were a part of your daily life, your entire outlook on that whole thing would change.
Yeah.
And I think your interaction with your goddaughter is enough to give you that little bit,
Bro.
And it's probably changed you in small ways.
Yeah.
But
and maybe me getting a little older or a lot older, but one of the things
really old
that it's
like
amazing.
you're older than me now.
You gonna do that?
You fucking did it to me.
Hey man, listen, pops.
It's dirty.
Bro, you know when parents are like, oh, I had this kid and it brought so much joy to my life. People like me, assholes like me, are over here like, okay.
You look fucking miserable.
So I think it's because I cannot relate because I don't have kids, right?
Yeah.
I promise you, the most that I have ever questioned my life choices is your daughter, my goddaughter, is looking at her, smiling at me and grabbing my beard and just being like, why do I feel this joy? I don't like it. I ain't used to it. I feel like the Grinch experiencing Christmas joy. And I'm questioning, like, am I supposed to feel this way right now? Because
being a parent is one of the most torturous and glorious things at the same time.
Yeah.
Like kids will wreak havoc on every part of you.
It's scary.
And at the same time, look at you and you can't help but be like, I fucking love you.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love you so much.
Yeah.
Like knowing that you would destroy the entire planet just for them.
You know,
like it's very weird when you look down at your kid and you go, man, I hope you don't fuck up. I hope I don't fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope that we do this right together. And you immediately know at that point, you're like, there's nothing you won't do for your kid.
Yeah.
Like that's
I totally like, it's funny. I get that like perspective and I get that totally, but I don't think I ever felt that. Like felt it because I don't have kids, so I can't relate. It's kind of like things that my wife will say to me about her brother or sister.
Yeah.
I can't relate because I grew up by my fucking self, right? So I don't know what it is to have a brother or sister.
Me with two other siblings,
yeah.
I kind of envy you in that same sense because I was like, this motherfucker's tortured me,
right.
Especially my sister.
Right,
tortured the fucking shit out of me. Not that I didn't do it to her,
yeah,
or all the same. Like it, kind of envious. You got to get it all, bro. Like,
but you know what? It's funny because it may have definitely. I don't know what the right word to say is, but so I grew up drawing, and all
you're
I
probably
wanted
pretty lonely too.
Well, that
for
was
the most part.
That was what I was gonna say. It definitely is lonely because my parents, they were just working class. My mom worked overnight, my dad worked during the day. I get off school and either my dad was just getting home from work and he was tired as shit, and my mom was in bed because she has to wake up at 10 o'clock and do the graveyard.
Yep.
So I go to school and then I spend most of the day by myself. But being an artist, my whole thing was like, I had my drawing table and I would fucking just draw and do things.
Yeah.
What you got?
It's not on.
Really? Is it?
That's why I was trying to.
Are we having technical difficulties with?
Are we just blatantly like? Are we just talking to nobody? Is it still recording?
Yes. Are you on? Are you on or no? No, you're not on. What the fuck?
Nah. Let's let it ride. We're good.
I wonder if it's the battery. That's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if because that battery's been in there for a minute.
Technical difficulties. We're good. It doesn't matter. I don't need to see myself. I know how fat and ugly I am.
It's on now. I bet it's the battery.
It's the battery. It's coming on.
Yeah, it's gonna flash.
Yeah, I'm fully aware of how fat and ugly I am. So
wait, what?
What? No, I am. I'm fully aware of it. Yeah, it's on. Oh yeah, it's definitely the battery.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it flashed up there in the
I
corner.
gotcha.
No worries.
I was gonna say I got a freshie. I could replace it. That's the difficulties of being the fucking producer.
Yeah, literally. Look,
I don't like being
when
responsible for all this bullshit.
Listen, I'm dead serious. When I say this 100 times, I'll say it 100 times more. I literally walk in the door and talk shit. I don't do any of this other stuff because I don't, not because I don't know how.
Yeah.
I guess I could, I don't fucking know how. I fucking don't know how. I know how to run my motherfucking mouth. I'm good at that.
Like a G.
I'm good at it. I can absolutely piss people off.
Yeah.
That's
why I was like, man, you know what?
I think I have to up my game on Twitter though, because I'm not getting blocked.
Yeah. I only think I've been blocked by like 2 people, which is still a win, but
honestly, I don't even know how to know if I've been blocked. I don't care.
When you go to that person's page who was fucking with you and it says you can't view their shit because they blocked you.
Oh.
And you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, no,
somebody said some slick ass shit to me. I said some slick shit back. I fucking clicked on their stuff and it was like, you were blocked. Yeah, I was like, oh, damn, that was fast.
Fast.
Fuck it.
Just fast. No,
it's funny because when I started Twitter, I was like, we're going to have a conversation.
No, you're not.
Fucking 2 months later, I'm like, you suck. You're gay. Fuck you. Oh, you hate gays? Yeah, fuck it. I hate gays. If you don't,
it's a bold statement, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
bold
man.
Statement.
That's, yeah. And I don't.
Like, there's millions of people that listen to us. It's a bold fucking statement.
To all 17 of our followers. We love you guys. If you know us, you know better, man. But you can't have a conversation. You can't. No, they're just gonna call
you can never have a conversation on Twitter with like anybody. It's never going to be a productive conversation. It's always going to be
get vaxxed or die.
Lack of better term, just a shit show. Like it's always going to be a shit show. I don't know what you do about it though.
The people I want to really have conversations with don't fuck with me. Because some people, listen, some of you Twitter motherfuckers are a little Hollywood, man.
What you mean?
They're a little Hollywood.
What you mean?
They're too big to fuck with the peons like me. So they don't.
They got like 300,000 followers, and they're like, I don't talk to this white guy.
Fucking respond to you, you fucking plebe.
I don't talk to the poro.
Exactly, that's exactly it. They're like, I'm too big for this dumb shit. So I'm like, okay, I get it.
Yeah,
I'll stay in my place.
Yeah, I'll stay in my lane too. 57 followers, bam, baby. 100% organic. They're legitimate too. Yeah. Like I appreciate every single one of my 57 followers. Not fucking one of them.
Stop being a dick.
With the exception, Why?
No, don't.
Like if I stop being a dick, then maybe we can actually have a conversation. I guess I don't know.
So
I feel like the world would fall apart at that point.
Fun fact is, like, I think the real me and the Twitter
narcissistic as fuck.
I think the real me and the Twitter me are different, right? Yeah. So like the me here having a conversation with you and shit we talk about is not the same as Twitter me. Twitter me is like, fuck all y'all, because that's what it's going to be on Twitter. It just seems that way. The real you and the Twitter you are the same motherfucker. It's the same shit. There's no difference, man.
I accept it. I'm not. My dad always told me to speak straight. Don't mince words.
No, for sure.
Don't beat around the bush. Say what you got to say, and move on.
I feel like this is the part where I say I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about because I've been drinking too much whiskey too early. But we'll keep it going. Come on. Sorry.
I've always always tried to stay that way. It's I don't know if I can't change it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can change it. I don't generally have the patience. Like my kid does it all the time. My oldest boy will, well, technically this and technically that. And it's really this. And we're just beating around the bush. And I'm like, motherfucker, say what you got to say. Hurt my feelings. If you want to hurt my feelings. Don't be nice about it. Because I'm not going to. I don't have the patience for it.
To your 10-year-old?
To my 10-year-old. Fuck him. Fuck him and fuck the other one too. Fuck them kids.
Say what you gonna say, bitch.
Yeah. Say it with your chest. See, I didn't finish that. It's my favorite phrase.
Fuck.
But say it with your chest. Don't beat around the bush with that shit. You got something to say? Say it. Fuck them. I don't know.
Fuck them kids.
Maybe I've had a little too much whiskey.
Nah, you ain't wrong, bro. I get what you're saying.
I just like people in general do that shit because they're dancing around a way to not come off like a dick. And I'm like, why?
Yeah, you got to.
Like, if you feel a certain way about something, just put it out there in the universe. What's the worst that's going to happen?
Right.
You offend somebody, they try to break your nose.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to learn today.
I broke my nose when I was 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I'd break it again. Who fucking cares? I'll move on.
I got punched in the jaw with a padlock.
I don't think that's actually a punch in the jaw, Jimmy. If someone hits you with a padlock.
They knuckled.
Oh, they knuckled it.
Bang.
Damn, bro.
Yep.
Who the fuck did you piss off?
When I was like 16.
God damn, son.
Listen, man. When I was 16, that shit happened in high school. And I still, to this day, got TMJ from it. I'll wake up randomly.
Every time you suck a dick, it just hurts.
Hold on.
Why are you gay?
I can't believe you fucking did that shit. Let's play radio.
Answer the question, man.
Why are you gay?
I'm not.
You are gay.
Fair. Whatever.
Hey, I'll wake up out of the blue, bro, and my shit will be just locked shut.
Again. I had to stop myself.
Fuck you. Nah, dude, listen.
I'll wake up with a dick in my mouth.
You are gay.
Anyways. Yeah.
I'm trying to tell
Go ahead.
a fucking important life lesson story that happened to me.
Tell me about how
it was critical to me growing up and learning not to piss off a motherfucker who's gonna punch you in the mouth with a fucking padlock in their hand.
Why would you do that? I mean, dude, let's just be honest. Where was this dude's head when he was like, padlock works? I mean, I get the whole point of it, but damn, dude, what did you do?
Well, I was telling him I was going to beat his ass.
How'd that work out for you?
And a couple of guys who were like, yeah, beat his ass. And I was like, yeah, we going to. All right. Right after detention, by the way, because I was like, that was where I was most of the time in high school. And then we got out and we fucking face down. And I turned around. He sucker punched me. So I took my bag off and I turned around. When I went to look back, I woke up. What the fuck? Everybody's standing around looking at me. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? They're like, bro, you just got fucking sucker punched. Right?
You got knocked the fuck out.
And I was like, how did he fucking hit me that fucking hard? And the guy told me, motherfucker had a padlock, dude. And I'm like, are you serious? Because, dude, from that point forward.
That is not okay.
No, from that point forward, legit, TMJ, man. Like lockjaw.
That is not okay.
When it first happened.
Not saying I wouldn't ever do it. That's now in my arsenal.
I learned that day.
That is now in my arsenal. I will hold on to that one for fucking life.
Mm-hmm.
But god damn, that is not okay.
It was rough.
Like, you are intentionally looking to fuck someone up. doing that. This isn't a schoolyard, fist fight. That you are fucking going to hurt somebody. You are literally on a path to prison at that point.
Well, that shit happened when I was probably like 15, 16, something like that in high school, right?
Yeah.
40. And it still affects me.
Yeah.
I wake up and I'm like, damn, my jaw is locked shut and I got to like work it loose, because fucking have surgery or some shit. I don't know. He probably broke my fucking jaw because for the first couple weeks, it was very hard to move my jaw. I would wake up, dude, every couple weeks or so, and my shit was just locked.
I'm sitting here running that scenario through my head, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
I would have to physically grab my jaw and try to pull it open and work it out. I was fucked up.
That's fucking
it was fucked up, but hey, he got the best of me. So he won.
Hey, listen, I think we've all been down that road. I've won and lost my fair share of fights.
Mm-hmm.
I was in 7th grade, middle school, fucking in band, and I got knocked the fuck out too, bro. I didn't even know what happened and how it happened.
Builds character, right?
We were in band. I played drums,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm walking on the backside of the band room. Everybody's got their drum case open, and I just happened to not intentionally or on purpose or anything like that. I just wasn't paying attention, I guess.
Yeah.
Stepped inside this kid's drum case. No, I didn't step on anything important. It was just plastic.
Mm-hmm.
He fucking hopped up and slammed my skull into the concrete wall behind us. And that's all I remember.
Fuck.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm sure maybe the kid had some issues. Pretty sure he's a career criminal at this point. He's in prison.
Yeah.
Guess that was the sign, wasn't it?
I've had some really, really weird run-ins with people, though.
When you
say that,
you have, Jimmy. I've never,
dude.
I don't know.
I've told you the story.
You hung out with some rapscallions, my friend. Like back in your day, in your high school days, you hung out with some dudes.
Not even high school, man. Late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, see, that's the other side of it.
Dude,
it wasn't that long ago, bro.
I got shot at a lot.
I've never been shot at.
When I had my caddy, I was at this fucking club.
It's because of the people you hung out with, Jimmy.
It was definitely the people.
It's the group
that I was around for
now
sure.
You're a hipster, smoke cigars, drink bourbon.
It's fucking weird. But I got to tell you, it beats getting shot at. It beats getting shot at, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
That was rough. I had like 13 bullet holes in my Cadillac. And the cops treated me like, well, what'd you do? I got shot at. Yeah, but what did you do? I showed up to the club and a motherfucker shot at me. That's what I did. They were like, But at the time, it was APD,
Oh, they didn't do nothing about that
shit. They didn't fucking do nothing. They treated me like it was my fault. They're like, bitch, what the fuck did you do?
Also, by the way, they don't exist anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
because
barely anything
dumb shit
in
like
this
that.
town exists as far as governmental.
Yeah.
It's more or less like
we're at a point now where our mayor of our town
is, for lack of a better term, an arms dealer.
Yes. There you go.
Arms manufacturer.
Manufacturer. Yes.
An arms manufacturer.
Yeah. The mayor of the town I live in is an arms manufacturer with a warehouse. Yes. I mean,
that sounds like some straight up Sons of Anarchy.
It really
shit, bro.
fucking does, though. I mean, when you say that shit out loud, motherfuckers are going to be like, wait, what? Where do you live, bro?
He did what?
The mayor. Yeah, the mayor owns that shit. That's his shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking cool. I fuck with that guy. But
nah, your mayor's also a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I know more about him than
I don't.
Maybe I should be privy to, I guess.
Yeah. Don't get into it.
No.
Let's get us beyond this point. That's pretty cool though.
Oh, I didn't know if that was is that your buddy?
No.
Am I gonna get in trouble for talking shit? Are you gonna hit me?
No. Go for it. What? Oh my God. Go for it, man.
No. I don't care.
I don't need fucking code enforcement coming to my goddamn house and
that's the county, bro. You ain't got nothing to do with that shit anyway. So anyhow, we're no topic here. We're just talking shit.
I have a topic. No, look, I have a topic. Let's go. So
what do you want to talk about?
I got something that I just recently kind of stumbled upon by accident. I'm like, light bulb moment, right? So CEI, we talk about shit like ESG,
Mhm.
and we talk about DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion.
Yeah.
I know what ESG, environmental, social governance, right? That
Mhm.
shit. And we talk about how this shit basically affecting every fucking thing. So I heard somebody talking about CEI, and I'm like, what the fuck is CEI? And it's the Corporate Equality Index. This is like a social credit rating for corporations and state government, municipalities, and all this shit. And it is directly linked to and affects your ESG. So when you say environmental, social governance, the CEI is a very big factor in the social aspect of ESG. Okay.
Okay.
So ESG is one of those things that fucking basically just swept everything, took over, and it was like your ESG score. And that's how, so ESG has funding behind it, right?
Yeah, we've touched on it.
Yeah. ESG has funding behind it. There's systems that are called ESG investments, and they have billions in funds that are looking to invest with companies that they rank high on the ESG scale. So
Okay.
that ESG score, for lack of better terms, is it's like a credit score.
Yeah.
And
I want to preface before you go any further. I don't know much about this.
okay,
I remember you mentioning it. I read a little bit about it. So
yeah.
you're gonna educate me here from top to bottom because I don't know what it is.
And I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm gonna try to say this where like I understand it as well, because I don't know 100% about this shit, but I know what I've seen in I've read articles talking about ESG investing, right? So you basically have BlackRock, Vanguard, and all these investment firms, these big investment banks, right? And they have this system of ESG investing that they've allocated through different other funds, donations, everything. Upwards of, I don't know, 20 or 40 billion in funds specifically to target ESG investing.
Really?
So it's basically
That's a lot of money.
It's a fuck ton of money. It's basically investing in companies that rank high on their system that says their environmental, social aspects are at a certain standard, right?
Uh-huh.
So one of the environmental ones was this. Hershey's got a lawsuit and were attacked for exploiting child labor in cocoa fields. Cocoa fields, right? In like fucking some third world country, wherever their chocolate, cocoa beans, and all this, right? So people were saying, hey, Hershey's is exploiting child labor. So the environmental factor, this is what these ESG investors want to see. They want to see you not doing things like that, which on the face of it, you're like, okay, that sounds pretty good, right? We don't want to exploit child labor.
Of course not.
Yeah. So when you look at ESG like that in the beginning, you're like, yeah, fuck Hershey.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah, it's reasonable,
Yeah.
right? Fuck Hershey. Why would they be doing that? Well, that's what they do. And then you look at the social aspect of it, and that's where that CEI kind of comes in, and you're like, okay, what's the social? What do you mean by like social? And I look at this CEI. CEI is put out by, let me see, because I got it pulled up here. I want to say Human Rights.
Human Rights.
Human Rights Campaign Foundation.
Yeah.
Right, which is like a big Soros funded thing.
It is.
But the Corporate equality index, I went to their website and downloaded their PDF just to see the points and all this. Like, what is it? What the fuck is this shit? And what does it have to do with ESG, right?
It's the first and only nonprofit to actually work themselves out of a job. I mean, let's be honest about it. If your goal is to create equality and inclusion, lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender and queer employees, then at the end of all this, if you win, the human rights organization wins, the entire human population ceases to exist. They're out of a job.
They will never be out of the job. Because there will be more work to be done, more work to do after the fact.
Well, you can't shift your narrative now.
Dude, the Civil Rights Act was one in the 60s or 70s. I don't fucking know.
But that was for civil rights, dude. That's a whole different...
But yet we still have fucking Al Sharpton out here like, oh, but my civil right, Black Lives Matter and all this bull fucking shit. Like, bro, we went so far forward with civil rights and equality that we had no choice but to go backwards to segregation. You've got half of the fucking population right now. And it's funny because they're all fucking black and Hispanic praising segregation. How fucked up do you gotta be to think that you are a part of the civil rights movement and equality when you're a fucking black college graduate praising segregation? Like, what did we just spend the past 50 fucking years fucking up? Like, what? I mean, we can go back to
I'm trying to process it. Like,
when I see that shit, I'm like, you guys don't realize that I think we won. Like, let's be real, bro. The people who back then were like, yeah, the shit's kind of fucked up and we need equal rights, right? We won. Equal rights.
Yeah.
Everyone, they won.
Mm-hmm.
But the people who profited off of that movement, they're like, well, if we won, then I'm out of the job. So,
and they should have been okay with that, but
what's
they weren't.
the next thing for me to campaign and run donations on and beg for people's fucking money?
Sucking dick?
Like Black Lives Matter.
Why are you gay?
I couldn't help it,
dude. Me neither.
I'm sorry.
Bro, I swear right now, if you gave any fucking money to Black Lives Matter, just know that we at Mostly Peaceful,
it got spent on houses,
are laughing so fucking deep.
Yeah.
Like deeply.
And they're filing for bankruptcy, I heard?
Yeah, they're out of fucking money.
That's gorgeous.
You know, they had
too many homes.
You know, they had a deal with Warner Brothers to make movies and TV sitcoms, right? They had a deal.
Really? How did that work out?
Well, so they bought a home, obviously, because that's what they fucking do. And that's what they did with your money. And they said, well, this home specifically is going to be where we're going to produce this content that we're on contract for. We have a deal, right?
Yeah.
Just this year, Warner Brothers canceled their shit because it's been like a year and a half, zero content, nothing. It was a multi-million-dollar deal that Warner Brothers did with Black Lives Matter to produce black content.
So who's on the hook for that money?
Nobody, man.
You are.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's going to come from taxpayers.
For sure.
In some way, shape, or form, somewhere along the way, somebody will recoup that money through taxpayer funds.
Always.
That is why I will go back to this whole thing, because you can continue with the CEI, because I'm very interested in this.
Yeah.
But I am telling you right now, Donald Trump will go in and destroy the entire thing because he has nothing left to lose. They're taking it all from him now.
And I want to say this too, because you said it.
Yeah.
We foot the bill for that, right?
Of course we do.
Because anybody's going to recoup their losses some way. And it's always going to be the guy who has no choice, right? So that's what it is. So And the reason I know this, and I think when it hit me hard is so I do photography and video, shit like that, right? And I would work with people for free. And I ended up getting
to build a portfolio. I get it.
Yeah. To a degree, there were certain people I worked with for free. Okay. Yeah. And people don't realize that free does not exist. Like the things that are free to you, I pay for. Yep. So
it always costs somebody something.
Whether
it be your time, actual physical monetary value,
right?
Things like that. It always costs somebody something.
Somewhere down the line, somebody paid for whatever you get for free. Yep. So there is no such thing as free. The only thing you have free is what Mother Nature fucking provides, whether it's rainwater, salt water, trees, birds.
That shit ain't gonna be free either.
No. I mean, you still have to pay in some form your time.
Taxes.
No, but I mean, if you were a caveman and you plucked a fucking leaf to wipe your ass with, I guess that's technically free.
I mean, somebody's going to tax it. There's a guy. There's 87,000 more of them. They're going to come tax it.
Yeah.
And be like, that leaf, you're going to have to pay for that.
Under capitalism.
What do you mean under capitalism?
Oh, you get taxed to fucking hell under capitalism, man. Tax the rich. You could tax the rich all day, but you're going to pay for it.
Yeah, because shit rolls downhill, my friend.
Yeah.
That's the corporate, the economic,
and I get it. Like
that's the entirety of the world. Shit rolls downhill.
Yeah, there's
you at the top, shit, everybody else gets shit on. You're the bird on the tree, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I don't believe in I really don't believe in trickle down economics, but I also don't believe in tax the rich. I think both of it's fucking gay and stupid. It's dumb bullshit that people don't understand.
Trickle down economics
is much better than
has actual
potential.
No, not potential. It bears fruit.
It has the potential to bear fruit.
No, it has
Listen, man,
fruit.
Whenever they were like trickle down economics, AIG fucked up $400 billion. So we're going to tax the taxpayer and we're going to bail them out. And then they went and bought 7 boats, 4 buildings.
Okay, wait.
And I'm like,
what I'm saying is, as a whole, look, I don't believe Reagan's trickle down economic thing was the greatest thing in the world. But what I'm saying as a whole, if rich people prosper,
yes, I agree.
The companies they own prosper.
Yeah,
because a rich person now being allowed to keep more of his money becomes a more generous rich person and puts it back into his company to build his company up more so that he can make more money. There's always a greed aspect to it.
Oh, yeah. And
but I 100%, it will flow down to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree
the employee.
With that. I agree with that. For sure. That's why I said I agree that it has much more potential.
Trickle down economics makes commodities cheaper because the guy who's making the massive profit doesn't have to sell that product at a higher rate to make the profit that he's making.
For sure. That's what blows my mind about the raise the minimum wage and tax the rich people is like...
They're fucking idiots.
Yeah, even an idiot should understand.
I mean, look, let's be real about that. Elon Musk paid more taxes than any person on the entire planet 2 years ago, last year, whatever it was. As the richest man, one of the richest men in the world.
My fucking Celsius. Go ahead.
You a little thirsty? There's some whiskey there.
I'm at that.
I don't want to get drunk. No, I get it. The idea that the rich don't pay their fair share is an asinine idea. Just because they're rich, it doesn't seem like they're paying their fair share.
Well, to a degree, I think that lobbyists have definitely
they've allowed shortcuts, and breaks,
for sure.
That loopholes.
I'm not
loopholes
one of the,
for a better term.
Yeah, and I'm not one of those fucking people. But let's call a spade a spade. Our government has set up a very specific process for lobbyists and big corporations to be able to definitely sway the laws, the rules, and how all this works. So
Yeah.
I'm not a hardcore 100% capitalism is perfect. I'm a 100% hardcore capitalism is the best thing we have seen so far. But there is flaws when greedy people are involved and politicians are involved because we have laws that allow, say, Rob's whatever shop who sells all this stuff and you're a multi-billionaire to be able to write your own bills and lobby them to Congress to get passed in your favor. Like there's things that I think could be done much better and more even to even the playing field. But I definitely agree with capitalism on its face as a whole. You know, even
You have
how
to be careful about how you say those things. Like when you talk about making things more fair and more even, it honestly it sounds, and don't take and I'm not making a joke. It sounds communist. It really does.
Fuck you.
I'm not.
No.
Listen to me.
Listen.
No, fuck you, and listen to me.
No, I don't want to fucking listen to you because you just called me a motherfucking communist. And I want to let you know that when I say making things even and fair within the realm of capitalism, all I mean is I question whether or not, okay, the form of capitalism that we have now, think about this. I want you to think about this because I think about this and I question it, right? This is something serious that I question. The form of capitalism that we have going into this very crony capitalism, are we not headed towards communism because we have let capitalists, we've created a system where capitalists and big government are becoming one thing. When Pfizer,
That's fascism.
yes, which is a authoritarian government and bro, it's all the same shit. I told you
It's
on
not.
Twitter, I call every fucking thing I don't like communism. It's fucking communism and authoritarianism and fascism and all that bullshit. But it's not, it's not capitalism and it's real. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
I do, but I need you to understand something.
Like capitalism enshrined.
When you
Don't
say,
get fucking mad at me.
you fuck this shit. Listen to me. When you say everything should be a little more fair and a little more equal, I'm telling you this when I say this. Nothing should ever be that. Nothing should ever be equal and fair.
Do you think?
I live at the bottom of the totem pole. Okay, you and I both live at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to this shit.
Yes.
And I promise you, I am perfectly okay with understanding the dynamic of that. What the problem is that people don't understand it and they want what? No. They want their leg up. Everybody wants their fucking leg up.
No, I don't fucking care about that shit. I don't care about that shit. That's not what I'm talking about. That's a very distinct difference between what I'm talking about and what you're talking about. What I'm talking about is, do you think it's okay
Well, get to the fucking point.
that somebody like Elon fucking Musk, right, could pay a fucking lawyer to write a bill, hand that to AOC, and have her fucking introduce that bill into Congress and it get passed because they're all on the fucking take? That shit seems like fucking
No, I get that, but
like legal.
that's not where you were at saying it.
lobbyism, bro.
You weren't saying that at that point. You
Yes, I was. I was not saying fair for me. What I mean is fair for like. I'm mad now.
Why are you mad? I don't get it.
Because you told me I was a fucking communist, and that's not what the fuck I'm talking about.
Well,
I'm like the farthest thing from a fucking communist. I don't think,
bro, you wear
when
expensive Levi jeans and you go to fucking brunch. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I wear $25 fucking Wrangler shorts.
I'm a hipster, man.
Exactly.
There's a fucking difference. I'm
Commie.
not a communist. Oh,
No. I joke. I understand
No.
what you're saying. I understand what
so
you're saying.
I want you to, I want you to really understand when I say things like fair, what I mean is I don't think Pfizer and let's say the FDA, right? You shouldn't be someone who was on the board of Pfizer, now an employee of the FDA or vice versa, and have
100%.
have ins. It's not fair
Yeah.
to me and you. What I mean by that is then we get, oh, look, there was a virus that accidentally escaped from a completely unrelated, non-funded lab somewhere in China, but it would probably do you a solid if you would take our experimental medicine, and then maybe we can also sway every corporation to mandate their employees do just that. So we make billions of fucking dollars. And when I say fair, that's what I mean, bro. I don't mean fair as in like, oh, we should all have the same thing. No, fuck that. Like no, I'm the farthest thing from fucking communist. But what I see in our country, okay, capitalism, best thing we got going, right? Is still to a degree becoming utter garbage. The way that we are allowing things to happen, I see, okay, this whole, are you okay with Target, quote unquote, targeting your children?
No.
Because some fucker somewhere had put out a social credit score saying, well, Target, you know what? We're not going to invest in your public company if you don't target Rob's children and basically only try to sell them on the
Pride
LGBT. Yeah, bro. So I see all this dynamic happening and I'm trying to understand it because I'm a fucking idiot as well. I look at everything in the world and I'm like, man, I work all day. I'm reading articles. I see Twitter and I just wonder everything's fucking gay all of a sudden. And all these companies are all of a sudden like wanting to go down this route.
So what you're saying is
and I also see
CEI
states. I see states, and you know, Biden is LGBT and all these things, and you're just like, what? I woke up one day and the whole fucking world went this way, and then you look at ESG and CEI and DEI, and you read about the articles, and you're like, okay, this is fascism, right? It's a form of fascism. You have state, you have corporations, and you have entities with funding, big banks and George Soros and these motherfuckers all coming together. This is some World Economic Forum type, like, it seems to be definitely going down the wrong path. And it's when I say something like it's not fucking fair, I don't mean in like a communism, it's not fair to me type of way. What I mean is like we're getting to a point where
you are really
don't
stuck
laugh
on that, aren't you?
Hey, you pissed me off. You called me a communist. Now I have to fucking defend myself, right? What I mean is like when I wake up,
communist then.
When I wake up one day and I'm like, man, I've been pushing so hard for communism and it's not. No, when I see the government saying all businesses have to shut down because, you know, we have this virus, and then Walmart's open, and I'm like, how come Walmart's open? And they're like,
great ESG score.
You know, yeah. And then I go, wait, so
definitely
this
in the CEI.
This is not fair.
Yeah.
This is not fucking fair. That's
I read a good bit of this while we've been talking, and not that I haven't.
Oh, so you wasn't fucking listening to shit I say. I hope you motherfuckers are listening to what I say because this motherfucker here is just like, you're a fucking communist.
That's why I called you a communist, because I was listening.
I would never in my life call you a communist, man.
Yes, the fuck you would. You have.
Probably, but not on live. Come on, man.
I feel like you have.
I might have.
So
I think I called you gay once.
I think you damn sure called me gay.
Mm-hmm.
I think that at some point, we need to go back and look at the Constitution, and we need to. So, the Constitution denotes a separation of church and state, right?
Yeah.
I think that in this world, we need to add corporation in there.
I agree.
The fun part was and with the the all-seeing eye of our founding fathers, they had this infinite wisdom to them that allowed them to see all of the things that were possible, except for a corporation. I don't know why, and maybe that was by design.
Right.
I couldn't tell you. I wasn't there in 1776. As cool as that sounds, like I would like to be.
We're horrible. I don't know. I've thought about it.
It'd be dope. It'd be dope as fuck.
It'd be dope. Maybe.
I wasn't there, so I don't know where the context was, because I mean they didn't have quote unquote corporations, right?
But you do.
You had
have
the
a
East
group
India
of
Trading Company
motherfuckers who just fought a fucking war.
Yeah, but you had like the East India Trading Company.
Yeah.
You had companies that were massive.
Yeah.
That produced like textiles and commodities for people to consume.
Yeah.
But you didn't have these giant fucking corporations.
Right.
So I don't think that our founding fathers really had that premonition to them. They were like, look, you can say what you want, but you better have guns.
Yeah.
We're giving you both of those.
Yeah.
If
If you don't have the guns, you won't be able to say what you want. We're smart enough to understand.
we're gonna keep the government out of your shit.
Yeah.
Keep the government limited, and no illegal search and seizure. Like that's where they were at, right?
Right.
They were like, small government,
Mhm.
big people.
Yeah.
Do you think? They were like, it's simple.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the way, with the development of corporations and these,
Greed, man. It's just greed.
it is greed,
That's all it is.
but it's manifested itself into power.
And those two are kind of one and the same.
They are for whatever they're one and the same.
They at
but
least go hand in hand.
the problem with it is there's no backstop to stop this to stop the bullet.
Yeah.
It's already in full swing.
Yeah.
So where do we slow it down? How do we slow it down?
That's kind of where I get with my black pill moment.
Yeah.
is-
How do we take corporations and get them the fuck out of the government? Because that's where the problem is, right?
Yeah.
Like, lobbyists should not be allowed
No.
anywhere near a fucking politician.
No, I'm hella against lobbying. And you know what's funny though?
But there's millions of dollars being made by lobbyists
Wasn't
to
who
do these things.
I know, man.
Like, bro.
That's the problem though. That's where
I'm a gun guy. Some gun person, like, give me some money. I'll go convince people to fucking write bills.
right?
Shit, I want millions of dollars too. But no, I don't. I go to work. I do my job. I feed my kids. I feed my wife, and I keep a roof over their heads. I lost it. The corporations, we have to separate them. We have to. It's that. Did you ever see the movie Justice League? I'm going way off here. Don't worry about it. Anyways, they're pulling apart fucking 3 boxes.
Okay.
It's that. Like, we have to separate. We have to get the lobbyists out of Congress. We have to get the lobbyists out of Congress and out of the Senate, and we have to get them far the fuck away. We have to get the money out of it.
If we expect the people who are profiting off the lobbyists to write a bill or even entertain a bill existing against them profiting off the lobby, or it's a losing fight.
The only way to get the lobbyists out is to vote out every single person that's in office now.
Yes.
And then remove the lobbyists,
Tear it down and build it up.
and vote new ones in. We don't have to do this violently.
No.
We do it the right way, and we can do it, but we have to do it. Like, it has to go away. The lobbyists have to go.
Who was it that just
There is no reason that Nancy Pelosi should be making $176,000 a year and have $250 million in the bank. There's fucking no reason for that.
No, they're fucking.
You are not a rich person.
No.
You never were. And now all of a sudden, you've got fucking money. You've
Public
got fuck you
servant.
money.
They're public servants, man. They're public employees.
We should be back to that.
They're like Joe Biden's fucking salary base is like 200 grand or whatever it is.
What is it,
right?
Denmarky?
This motherfucker's worth millions, man.
It's. I mean,
Millions.
granted, it's a socialist idea, but like they don't pay their politicians.
Right.
That's
That's fucking weird.
They don't. And they don't vote for them. You're fucking randomly chosen. You, Plumber Joe, take your ass up. You got to go vote on some shit.
Where?
I don't know where it's at, but I think it's called Denmarky. I could be fucking entirely wrong about
Okay,
this.
I've heard of Denmark.
Yeah, and it could be there. I don't know. I've heard this, and it's very fascinating to me where they don't vote for their politicians. It's a random fucking lottery, more or less.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it changes so rapidly quick. Nobody can be like,
How could you sustain that though?
I'm not sure, but it sounds really good when you talk about lobbyists, when you talk about millions of dollars made by somebody.
Yeah,
because you're only there for 6 months, 8 months, maybe a year.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you go in, you vote. You don't have time for a lobbyist to fucking get in your fucking shit and go,
bro, like,
want to make a fucking $1 billion?
Have you seen the photos, the black and white photos of like 20-year-old Nancy Pelosi standing next to like JFK or whoever the fuck it was? And you're like, holy fuck. They're like, yeah, she's been in politics since 20 years before I was born. Black and white photos. Like these people, they run the country for 50, 60 years. You look at a term and you're like, oh, the president has 4 terms. All these other motherfuckers, they've been in office for 60 years. Look at Joe Biden. Fuck, man.
Because it starts at the bureaucrat level.
People are like, oh, you're blaming Joe Biden for all these things that happened when Trump was president. Well, I'm blaming Joe Biden because this motherfucker been a part of the political establishment for 100 fucking years, bro.
57, but sure.
Fuck that.
47, whatever the fuck.
Way too damn long.
It is way too long. And that's what I'm saying. Like it starts at the bureaucracy.
Yeah.
That's where you find your Nancy Pelosi's and your Dianne Feinsteins, and like they're all.
They had to wheel her in. I'm sure you saw that photo with her looking like the fucking crypt keeper in a wheelchair. Like, where am I? You're in Congress.
You should bury her.
It's like, dude, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm 40.
Shit out loud. I'm sorry.
I'm 42 years old
that.
and I am ready to fucking retire. I do not understand what could compel your 79, 84, 93-year-old ass to sit
I'm not
here.
done working.
That's right. You ain't done taking my fucking money. That's what it really is. So yeah, let it be known. I ain't no fucking communist. Okay. Just so we're clear. But what I mean is we got a lot of weird fucking corporate government. And what I was going to say is, who introduced the bill? Maybe Matt Gaetz or maybe Massey. Somebody introduced the bill.
You talking about that tax bill?
No.
Oh.
No, like sitting senator or House member would be able to trade stocks.
Oh, that was Gaetz.
It was Gaetz, right?
I'm pretty sure it was Gaetz.
So here's the thing.
That thing fizzled out, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah.
But I honestly don't know. I like stocks. And I feel like if this is, why would you not be, I'm torn on this, right? So if you were to bring a bill that said no more lobbyists, I'm done. Cosign right now. Get rid of it. Fuck it. But when you bring a bill that says they shouldn't be able to trade stocks, I'm like, but they're still citizens. And
Nope. Nope. I'm going to stop you right there. You ready?
I can trade stocks if we.
You can, because you don't have insider information.
And that's where I'm
Look
torn.
at Nancy Pelosi.
Why?
I guarantee, dude, there's an entire fucking Discord thread. And I think Twitter thread that follows Nancy Pelosi's investments, and they've made fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars off of it.
Not only that,
don't sit there and tell me that they don't have insider information.
Index fund that you can invest in that mirrors Nancy Pelosi's investments.
Exactly.
And there's an opposite one
Don't
for Jim
bullshit
Cramer.
me.
Jim Cramer.
Jim Cramer's a fucking dude.
That's why there's an opposite one. So
How
basically,
the fuck is that guy allowed to speak on fucking?
I don't
He's
fucking
never
know.
been right.
No.
He's never been right.
Nope.
Not fucking once.
that's why there's an index fund that
For the
tracks
opposite.
the opposite of
Yeah.
what he fucking does.
he tells you to do this, you fucking
Yeah.
you don't do that.
Yeah,
he
you
tells
just-
you to don't do this,
Yep.
you fucking do that.
You just invest in that fund, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the thing that I don't want to get to where we take away people's right to be able to participate in the economy, right? So
Of course.
that's where I kind of tear myself, where I'm like, lobbyists, that's not people participating in the economy through like free will and capitalism. That's straight up legal bribery
Yeah.
at this point. Politicians being able to invest, I don't know. I would have to read the bill. Where does it start? Where does it stop? Like, are you completely barred from index funds? Are you just not allowed to day trade on insider information? Like, dude, it's illegal to trade on inside information no matter who you are. You can
That's
ask Martha
why Martha Stewart went to fucking prison.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Pelosi definitely has done this, right? We agree.
Of course she's done
I
it.
agree because I've read articles. I was into day trading.
Look
I
at her
invest
net
money.
worth before COVID and look at it after.
Yes. Yeah, they know. And they invest and they play the odds for sure. But
You don't get to do that.
yeah.
You just don't get to do that.
Now, you should probably still be able to at least invest in index funds like the S&P because
No, motherfucker, you can invest in a goddamn 401k,
Well-
a Roth IRA. That's what you can put your fucking money into. You make $176,000 a year.
Right.
You are a public servant. You do not get to enrich yourself like fucking Nancy Pelosi, Joe Biden, and every other fucking cocksucker up there has done. I'm done. No, dude, it's not even fucking okay. It's not even okay. You sit here and you tax people 40% of their goddamn paycheck. You tax them on your fucking license, on your fucking car tag, on your goddamn fishing license, a hunting license, a fucking bullshit license. You can't fucking take a shit without a license. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, this motherfucker.
I'm sick and tired
boy.
of these fucking assholes running around getting rich off of my fucking work, your fucking work, and every other fucking common person out there. It's
course.
bullshit, and they all need to go to fucking prison. Every fucking one of them. They're all fucking complicit in it.
Mhm.
And Joe Biden right now looks like he's going to fucking prison, along with 9 other fucking people in his goddamn household.
They ain't fucking going nowhere.
They fucking better.
You know they're not.
They fucking better.
All right.
Civil war, bitch.
42 years? When was the last politician you saw go to jail?
None.
And that's my black pill moment. Is like we see it. It's obvious. People talk about it. Me and you talk about it. There's so many other people who fucking talk about it. Dude, I tell my wife all the time when she's like, "Oh, this and that," and I'm like, "We're fucking taxed at 40%." The fucking bro. We started wars over like 3% 300 years ago. Now half my paycheck is fucking gone. Right? Anything I want to do. Like if I'm like, hey, I want to do this to my house, they're like, oh, pay me. For no reason, right? Everything you just said, bro, I am 10 million% in agreement with this. I just, when we're talking about,
When you tax me,
when we're talking about
paycheck?
like normal ass people who get, like Byron Donalds, you see him and you're like, should we bar these people? To be honest, I think if it came down to the nitty gritty of it and the bill came in front of them, I probably would be for it because fuck them. I think the less money they could possibly make off the
I'll tell you what.
taxpayer or corporations,
I'll give you
I
the
would
opposite.
probably
of it.
be
You ready?
for it. I
This is
just
what
don't
you
want to
get.
get into a sticky situation where you start talking to people.
You can either
about-
trade stock. As a politician, you can either trade stock or you can get your salary, but you don't get both.
Right.
You want to trade stock? By all means, trade stock.
Yeah.
You're broke as fuck, but go ahead, do it.
Yeah.
You ain't getting paid for the job.
Forfeit your salary.
I guarantee you,
Yeah.
all these people stop being politicians.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You give them one or the other.
Dude, listen.
You can either take your $170,000 a year salary or you can trade stock. but you don't get both.
Going back to
Done.
ESG and CEI, I want to ask you how many actual politicians.
See people like me running for fucking for goddamn Congress and Senate because I'll take the $176,000.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking shit don't make no mind to me. I'll go up there and do my job.
Mhm.
I don't know enough about the stock market to be like, how can I make millions off? I don't fucking care.
Well, you would if you got information that Tesla was just about to do a fucking major deal with the United Post.
Exactly. That's why you get one or the other.
Right.
That's my whole.
But that's what's going on.
That's the
now.
way it should happen.
Listen, man, all right, 21, maybe 2022-ish last year. No, 21, 20. There was some insider information that a company called Workhorse, all right, they're an electric vehicle manufacturer, was going to do a postal, they were going to do a deal with the U.S. government for the United Postal Service. And as the U.S. government was trying to green energy every fucking thing, they were going to do this massive, like hundreds of millions of dollar deal with the company Workhorse to acquire all of these electric postal vehicles. And motherfuckers made a lot of money off that insider trading information. I didn't know about it until after the fucking fact. I had invested in Workhorse just on like
The idea.
Yeah, way the fuck a long time ago. No options. I just had I forget what they're called, like general shares. I had general shares. But then when Joe Biden announced that they were going to be doing all this green overhaul, right? And it was like his first year in office right away. The thing is stocks trade on these news articles, right? So if the government says we have set a goal to go 40% green in the next 10 years, all of a sudden Tesla doubles, Workhorse doubles, fucking fuel cell.
Because people who see that it's what is it called? Futures.
Yes.
It's projection.
Yeah.
Right.
So Nancy Pelosi reportedly
it's
invested.
the same thing. It's the same thing when he shut down the Keystone Pipeline and caused gas prices to rise. It was projection. I understand that.
Yes.
I understand the stock market. I don't fuck with it.
Well, there was
because
news,
it's like gambling, and gambling is just not a thing in my brain.
There was news that came out that Nancy Pelosi's husband made millions of dollars trading options, right, in Tesla days before the news broke of this green deal and all this shit. And to the point where
she has said it time and time again that she does not do anything with the trading. Her husband does.
Yeah.
So where does he get the information from then, cunt?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're going to tell me you didn't tell your husband about that shit?
Right.
Because I tell my wife about fucking everything.
Exactly.
But that's the hard
part.
There isn't one thing that somebody's like, hey, don't say nothing to nobody. I'm like, I'm telling my wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm telling my wife. You could tell me the nastiest fucking thing possible, and I'd be like,
don't tell nobody. I'm telling.
Hey baby, guess what Jimmy told me? Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
There isn't one fucking thing that I keep from my spouse.
No, it's
not fucking one.
Best friend for a reason.
Except for my poop regimen. Like we don't generally talk about that.
Shut the door.
Yeah.
God.
I've invited her in a couple times.
Just give me my phone and get out.
Bring me a beer.
Hold your breath.
What I'm getting at is there is no one, unless you have an incredibly shitty marriage and you don't have even the slightest agreement as to, hey, let's get rich.
For sure. There's
nothing that you don't tell your spouse.
No.
Nothing. Fucking nothing.
No.
You don't keep secrets from them because that's where your relationship shit breaks down.
Yeah. So I would expect Nancy Pelosi to be like, hey, do me a favor. Do this. I don't even got to tell you what's going on. Just be like, hey, you should probably buy like.
It's not even, no, it's not even you should probably buy. It's,
buy 250,000 worth of options because.
It's not even that either. It's not that blatant.
You don't think?
No, I honestly believe that it's a phone call to her husband, and it's a Oh, we did this thing with Tesla today. It's going to be pretty cool. It's code.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
code. Like they know they've
I'm
already
sure.
worked that out. It's code.
I'm
That way they
sure.
can never go, well, we recorded your phone calls. We can tell you,
Yeah.
like we know that.
But I mean,
it's
you
code.
could, even at home, pillow talking.
Yeah.
Just be
Oh,
like,
well, we bugged your house and we heard you say it.
Oh,
Nope. It's code, dude. Man, we had this really good meeting with Elon Musk this week and it went really well. I think everything's going to work out. Oh, okay. 250 grand right into fucking Tesla.
So what you're saying is absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Every time. Absolutely. Like it doesn't
How do you fix that? How do you fix
take
it?
take the temptation away. Simple as that. You get one or the other.
Hey, you know what's funny?
You get $170,000 a year, or you can trade stocks.
I just
Understand that when you trade stocks, that is of your own volition, your own money. You can't use your campaign funds. You have to use your husband's salary or your wife's salary.
so when you say that, it just made me think. When was the last time?
That's a simple fucking solution. My God, I'm a genius. I'm sorry. It really is.
For sure.
Like you get one or the other. I'm okay with that.
They ain't gonna fucking do it.
No, they'll all leave office.
Yeah.
They'll be like, I'm not taking that 107.
Yeah.
That's fucking pittance.
Yeah, fuck you.
I'm leaving.
It just made me think though.
I'll go work in the FBI.
Now that you say I'm gonna go sit on the board of Pfizer.
I'll find somebody that has some fucking information.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know how it goes.
When was the last time the federal government passed laws limiting themselves? And I'm not being like hyperbolic. I'm legitimately,
Every 2 years they vote to give themselves a fucking raise.
Yeah, but
Do
I
you
don't
think that they've regulated themselves in any way, shape, or form?
No.
They went from
But this is
what
why
was the original salary? I think the original salary was like $76,000 a year or some shit like that.
this is why I say things.
I could be wrong.
okay.
I don't know. 1776.
So I've got this theory, and this is what's kind of got me pulled away from both sides of the political spectrum, right? And I toy with this as I talk to my wife about it or you about it.
Yeah.
And I say, the thing that really black pills me about the left and the right is that it seems as though we're just a population of people, okay? And we may be split to the left and to the right. No matter what we do, no matter what no matter what Senate and House and presidency we have, whether it's left or right, Republican, Democrat, each side caters to their constituents. The only thing that leads to is that specific side loses rights.
Mm-hmm.
But what that really means is every human. Like, what I mean is, if the left says, okay, we all know the left wants to ban all the guns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They will do anything to get a Biden, a Bernie, Kamala to come in office and ban all the guns, right? That's what they want. That's what they think is the right way to do things. What it truly means is they don't ban our guns. They ban everyone's guns.
Yeah.
So they lose that right as well. So if, let's say you're 20 and you've been indoctrinated or, you've been raised in this thought process that if you get rid of all the guns, there won't be a mass shooting because what are they going to shoot people with? And you go, oh yeah, I'm 17 years old. That makes sense, right? So you decide, yeah, that's what we need. Well, when you're fucking 30,
because no one ever thinks a criminal's not going to get a gun,
right? So when you're 30 and you realize, like, man, I changed my mind on that. Like Tim Pool,
like
we saw,
you did,
dude. Tim Pool, yes,
you did.
I did. Tim Pool, right? I look at Tim Pool and I'm like, this dude's pretty fucking smart. I mean, I can't sit here and say he's a fucking idiot or he's dumb.
He's not.
He's fucking
he's
smart.
incredibly smart.
He's a very intelligent guy,
Yeah.
right? Dude, I watched him flip-flop.
Definitely want to order some of his coffee.
Yeah. I watched him flip-flop like a fish out of water on his gun stance.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
Like
when it
what's
affected
been now,
him.
5 years?
When it affected him.
Oh, Jesus Christ, yes.
He was like, I don't I don't care either way. And then when they were like, just so you know, COVID happened. Black Lives Matter. We're not going to stop them from burning your shit down. Also, the police, if you need them, don't call them because they're not showing up.
And then tomorrow night, someone's going to show up at your house with a shotgun.
Yes. And then he was like, yeah. So I changed my mind.
Not a shotgun. Somebody showed up at his house, whatever, broke into his house. I'm not sure how that happened.
Now, how would you feel had...
Then he went in Jersey, he went to try to buy a gun.
Yeah.
And they were like,
write us a 300-word paragraph or essay on why you feel like you deserve
you call an
a
essay?
gun. Come on, Holmes. You know I'm 50% Mexican.
You don't get to claim that.
I fucking do.
No, you don't.
Bullshit.
Just because your wife is doesn't mean you are.
I'm Mexican by marriage, Holmes.
Oh, orale. That's for you, Chris.
Shit. So, this is my point, is that
No, I get it.
either side,
Yeah.
they're like, I feel so strongly about this point that I want to elect you to take these people's rights away. And then when you look, you're like, man, listen, stop and think. They're not taking my rights. They're taking our rights.
Yeah.
Our rights.
Yeah.
So you feel that strongly about the gun argument that maybe you're one day going to go, oh yeah, fuck that up. I fucked that up big time.
I was on the wrong side of that.
I was on the wrong side. I made a mistake. Can we go back on? No, ain't no going back, bro.
No.
I don't remember any instance in political history.
You take all the guns away, and in 20 years, there's going to be a quote unquote revolution to the authoritarian government that becomes, right?
Yo.
And everybody's going to go, man, it'd be really easy to take over the government if we had some guns.
Yes. Yo.
And then that one guy's going to go, you stupid fucking cunts, you voted them away.
Yo. That's why I was so hard on the bump stock thing.
No, I get that. I get that because I always made
it's not about the bump stock.
I know.
It's about the process.
I made the who fucking cares argument because it's a fucking toy. It's a waste of ammo. There's no accuracy to it.
Yep.
And I still believe that wholeheartedly.
For sure.
But I understand your stance on it.
Yeah.
And I agree with you.
Right.
It's not.
Thank you.
It's not the object itself. It's the process in which it happened, and it's just a stepping stone.
Right.
It's the slippery slope effect with the gay shit.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I have no problem with gay people. I love you all.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Be gay, own guns.
But straight up. But you gay people can also agree with me that we've made a slippery slope into this bullshit trans shit. Yeah. But I want to go back. I don't want to carry on this conversation. I want to go back to the pay of Congress and House.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I want to read something. This is from Senate.gov. The framers of the Constitution considered that proposal when struggling with the sensitive issue of congressional pay. In 1789, Congress decided to pay senators and representatives $6 a day.
In 1700?
1789.
God.
Wait for it. $6 a day for each day they attended a session.
Right.
There's the kicker, right?
Yes.
Before long, senators insisted that they deserved a higher rate than the House members, right?
Of course.
Senators are greedy. Also, back then, senators were not voted on. They were appointed by the states.
Right.
Understandably.
Also, yeah.
Now, in 1789, it was $6 a day. 1795, it was $7 a day. Now, this still is a per diem because if you attend Congress, then you get paid.
Right.
If you attend Senate, then you get paid. In 1855, it jumped to $3,000.
Yeah.
And that was per annum.
What the?
That's annually. Okay.
Absolute power.
So that wasn't a if you attend or
these motherfuckers got in a room and was like, hey, bro, look.
So 1789.
You realize we have the power.
So up to 1854. It was $7 a day per diem.
Yes.
That was if you were there.
Per day you
Right?
attend.
Yes.
Yes.
In 1855, it changed to $3,000 per
Annually.
annum.
Yeah. Annually.
Right? So annually, you got paid $3,000 whether you were there or not.
Right. And it was like, hey, guess what? I think we should cut how many days a year we're here.
Now it goes up. It goes up incrementally, right?
Yeah. I would say so.
Almost. And it seems that it took 10 years before the next jump.
What the?
And then it took
Well, damn.
and then it took 6.
These motherfuckers went from $7 a day.
It took 10 years for the next jump, right? And then it went to 6, then 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then almost 30. But it jumped exponentially. Okay?
Mm.
So from 1874 to 1907. No. I'm sorry. Yeah. 1874 to 1907. It went from $7,500 annum to $10,000. But it took 30 years to go there. Almost 30 years.
Right.
No, actually, that's fucking right at 30 years.
Right. Right.
And then in it went from 5,000 to 7,500. And then in 1925, it went to 10,000.
All I keep thinking is it would be really awesome if I could vote myself a raise.
Here's the kicker. 1925, it was 10,000, right?
Yeah.
By 1979, it was $60,000 and $60,662.50.
You know what's crazy though? Like, okay.
Hold on. From that, we go to 2000. It goes from 60,000 to 141,000. From 75 to 2000.
Doubled.
This is how they raised it from 2000, 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 20. Those were every year raises.
Yeah.
Up to 2009.
Well, this is the issue that I'm talking about, man.
Now we're at 2020, and they voted themselves a year from 2020 every year to today.
Let's say me and you and I don't know, 15, 20 people that we work with could get in a room and have the potential to vote ourselves a raise. How do you think that vote would go? If me and you and 15 motherfuckers
It ain't fucking
could
happening.
get into a room and vote ourselves a raise that had to be, I mean, like if we voted, it had to be honored. How do you think that vote would turn out every time?
All I'm telling you is that I can almost guarantee you that the owner of whatever company that is would walk in the room and kill every fucking one in the building.
Let's just say that owner had no choice but to honor.
You say
our
he
vote.
has no choice.
No, yeah, like
Okay.
if that owner had no choice and we knew we could vote ourselves a raise this year and it's just going to be that.
For 9 years straight.
Then how do you think that vote would turn out have they
We
ever
fucking
voted?
do it.
Listen, have they ever in that chart voted themselves to make less money?
Not once. Not once. It's always been.
Okay.
So
Now I want you to do
Hold
me
on.
a favor.
this is the one I really want to show you.
Okay.
In 1990,
Mhm.
there are 3 separate votes. 4 separate votes
Yeah.
in 1 year for raises.
Damn.
Going from $96,000 and $96,600
Mm.
to 98.4, 125.1.
Oh,
Whoa. Hold on.
that's fucking
No, hold on.
stout.
Hold on. I misread this. So in 90, there were 2. There were only 2. I'm sorry. There were 2 votes.
Okay. Is it from 90 to 120?
96,000 for the representatives, 98,000 for senators.
Okay.
And then again, 125 for representatives and 101 for senators. They actually lowered. They didn't lower, but somehow the House representatives got paid more than senators
All
for
right.
that year.
Scroll. I want you to do me a favor. When was the last time they voted themselves a raise? Recent.
2023.
Okay. Before that?
No, wait, hold on. I guess maybe they haven't. Wait,
Okay.
Hold on. What are we looking at? Percentage adjustment. Okay, so they it says that they haven't voted themselves a raise 2020, 2022 or 2023. They're still at 182, 189.
What's before that? What was the
Before
last
that-
time?
Whoa.
What do you got? 2000s.
Okay,
somewhere?
so this is rate adjustments. You ready for this?
Yeah.
They actually lost money this year.
No fucking way.
Yeah. So
What?
check this out. In 2008, their per annum salary was 169.3
Mm-hmm.
with a 2.5% adjusted rate, brought them to 213.07. Right?
Okay.
And then in 2009, it was 174
Mhm.
with a 2.8 adjusted rate for 219.74 or 219,774. And in 2020, it was 174, no percentage adjustment
Yeah.
for 182, 189, and it stays steady there.
Okay.
They can't justify it right now is what's going on.
I was gonna say Google. Type into Google.
Okay.
Federal minimum wage. What do you think it is? Don't look at it yet. What do you think it is?
Oh, federal minimum wage is like 12 something now.
Google it.
Spell today.
Apple and Google.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I was waiting for that moment. Now you tell me what it is. How do you fucking listen? I'm not a
Who the fuck is paying? Like, what? Wait, no.
This is my
No.
thing. And this is my
That
thing
can't be
because
correct.
it is. And I don't
How
wanna,
is that correct? Because
I'm not the guy who's like, we need a $20 minimum. But kind of now I'm looking at things and I'm like, yo, dude, wait a minute, man. Like this is kind of why.
if you're working a minimum wage job,
yes,
you deserve $7.25 an hour.
dude.
That is your wage. No,
That's
I'm sorry. No,
hardcore, bro.
Nope.
That's hardcore.
Nope.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because a minimum wage job is not meant
Nope.
for a 40-year-old man.
Nope. You know why? Because the government told you that was the minimum wage.
Well, then that's a lie.
You just told me if you're working a minimum wage job, you deserve $7.25. Why do I deserve $7.25? Because they said that was the minimum you can legally pay me. If they said the minimum you could legally pay me was, let's say, 12, 13, where do we like? And I'm not this
But this
guy,
is my
man.
problem right now. This is what I'm trying to
Bro,
get
that's
to.
insane. That shit has not been adjusted for like fucking 12 years, man.
That is a lie.
No, it's not.
It is a lie. Because here's the
The
thing.
minimum wage is $7 an hour.
No, the federal minimum wage has been raised. They raised it last year.
No. Florida minimum wage. State minimum wages differ. Florida minimum wage, they voted, right? In Florida.
Oh, those fucking idiots,
But
they
they're-
really fucked us.
Listen, there are states.
I don't know, man. That's
There are states that still abide by the federal minimum wage, and I want to say one of them is either North or South Carolina. It's one of the fucking
I
Carolinas.
think Florida needs to go by that.
But why?
Are you asking me why is it so low, or why is it still that?
Why do you agree with it being that?
I didn't say I agreed with it being that. What I said is if you work a minimum wage job,
Mhm.
then that is what you deserve.
My like thought
You-
process in this whole thing is if you work a minimum wage job, what do you consider a minimum wage job, right? There's a few.
McDonald's.
There's, let's say McDonald's. Okay.
Burger King,
So
Wendy's,
So that's
Sonic.
right. Okay. Now,
minimum wage job, entry level
yes.
in a construction company,
Now,
entry level in a concrete company.
a very large majority of jobs
Mhm.
are going to, I would say, adjust.
Floor sweeper at a big warehouse.
They're going to adjust their salaries and rates based on minimum, entry level, and then up here and whatnot, right?
Yeah,
I just
look.
see-
I get that you have to be like competitive with your wages, and I understand that people don't pay what minimum wage is generally for a job anymore.
Yeah.
But the problem is that people in minimum wage jobs have become greedy
Yeah, for sure.
because they don't feel like they're
No.
getting theirs.
So,
But if you continue to wait tables for the
Yeah.
rest of your fucking life,
and see, this
then,
is
buddy, you are a table waiter, and that's what you get.
100%. 100%.
If you don't
See-
progress in your life, then you don't progress in your income.
And this is where everything has nuance, right?
It's not just given to everybody.
Stop.
I'm sorry. It's just
Listen. Everything has nuance, right?
Yeah.
Everything has nuance. When I looked at the federal minimum wage, I was just like, oh, fuck. Holy shit. Mind you, me nor you make minimum wage. Not even
No,
Florida,
clear, yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah. Of course.
But we've worked for 20 fucking years to develop skills and positions and whatever.
Yeah.
Besides the point. So I look at everything and I try to wrap my brain around nuances. And I go, okay, if let's say minimum wage is $10 and you're a fucking burger flipper,
Mhm.
you deserve $10. Okay, fine. That's fine. But the next up and then the next up and then the next up. And when you're going, hey man, look, I feel like what I do might be worth more than XYZ. And you get hit with, well, you know, minimum wage is this number and you make this number.
Then
Which
quit your job and go
think
somewhere
is-
else.
So
Take
the
your
thing
talents.
is
That's progression. And
I feel like that there's kind of a section of like, we're going to pay in this range relative to what the legal allowed minimum is. Because you have to look at companies like this, Apple, for example, right? This laptop right here and this iPad, they have no problem being like, hey, we're going to sell you a $2,000 laptop that we had made in China
for less than $100.
Yes, for $70 and
No,
ship it
I
over
totally
here.
get that.
So what makes you think though that
But China allows that.
and so does the fucking US government.
How?
Because they said Apple, sure, go ahead, do that. We don't care.
Oh, because we allowed them to go build their corporation outside of our company?
Yep.
Or outside of our country?
Yep.
I don't think we allowed them. We forced them.
I don't know.
Say we didn't.
We probably didn't.
No, we
imagine.
absolutely did.
How do we force them?
It's not so much. Okay, maybe I misspeak when I say we forced them, but 100% we incentivized it.
Yes, but that's we allowed them, and
No, it wasn't even allowance. It was literally incentive.
Yes,
Build your company in another country because it's cheaper for you, and then we can import it here and tax the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Therefore, making it a commodity for Americans twice as expensive as what it was bought for.
Bro, you just made my argument though.
But did I?
Yes.
No. Listen. Here's the thing with this country. Bring back manufacturing.
Apple can pay you $10 an hour because they can also go pay this motherfucker $10 a month in China to build this fucking thing.
If you bring back manufacturing to this country, one, it puts people in jobs.
Okay.
Okay. At some point, because of the it's the insanity of greed.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be a cap on some shit.
Okay.
Okay. Let's all come to the realization that inflation is a pipe dream and it doesn't exist. It doesn't have to.
Right.
Raising the price on commodities is only because someone else gets greedier.
Yeah.
So we put a cap on it. $2 for bread, $2 for milk, $1 for eggs. You can't go any higher than that.
Or
That is your profit.
or
No.
our wages have went up 0 in the past 15
But
fucking
that's not
years.
true. That's not true.
How is that not true?
Find more than the poorest of poorest states. Find those states that are still paying $7.25 an hour. It doesn't happen here.
There's a few. No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
You may be talking about the backwoods of fucking Kentucky.
Carolina. I know that because I saw it.
Which
I
Carolina?
was looking into it.
South Carolina?
It was fucking one of them.
Okay.
Who cares? Same shit.
Fucking, no, they're north and south.
Same.
Like it's totally different.
It's Carolina.
It's definitely different.
Virginia.
If you've
West
ever been there,
Virginia.
it's different.
West Virginia, same
Totally
shit.
different states.
Exactly
Not
the
state.
same thing.
No, they're not.
They're fucking the same.
You're fucking insane.
Well, if I don't know which one of them pays you $7 an hour, then it's not important.
Well, why don't you know that which ones do?
Well, because I'm not looking that deep into it.
But see,
I start wrapping my brain around
You're
the
arguing
why.
with me.
The why. Okay.
But you're arguing with me about a
Of
minimum
course.
wage that possibly doesn't even exist anymore. Yes, that's the federal minimum wage.
Yeah.
But the states generally don't go by that.
There's
They
a
pay
few.
more.
That's true.
For the most part, they pay more. You're
Cost of
definitely not
living
going to
adjusted?
California and
No.
get paid $7.25 an hour.
No,
You're fucking definitely not.
for sure. Iowa, maybe.
Probably not.
Maybe.
Iowa's a pretty rich country. Or
You should
state.
fucking Google how many states pay federal minimum wage, and that would answer your question.
maybe I should, but I'm not going to do it now. We're going to come back to this one.
Okay.
Because this is heated. And I don't
Sure.
fucking like it.
Sure, okay. That's what you get for calling me a motherfucking
It's
communist.
supposed to be peaceful.
We're gonna fucking do this. No, it's mostly peaceful. Every fucking now and again, you piss me off. So
That's my fucking job.
it's true. It's true.
My point is,
Look, we allowed, and not only allowed, you said incentivized companies to take their fucking business and exploit. Because let's not
Do you know
beat
what
around
really
the
did that,
fucking
though?
bush. Like if I had a choice, I wouldn't fucking even support. Why do you think I wear the jeans I wear? Why do you think I buy the Red Wings? Why do you think I spend so much money? Because I really do deeply agree. Like, man, I wish I could support American fucking
Agreed.
companies
Yeah.
who are not going to
How
spend
many are there? Fucking 12?
That's true. Right. But whose fault is that? It's not mine.
It's our fault.
It's the
our
fucking
country's fault.
government's fault. They don't ask me. They don't come to me and say, hey, man, are you okay with us sending your fucking job overseas to dude, listen, you know
They
that
didn't ask.
Facebook,
That's the
Facebook
problem. They
and
didn't
Google,
ask.
Facebook and Google just laid off 300,000 employees to hire outside foreign employees, bro. Come on, get the fuck out of here.
Because there's a tax incentive for them.
Yeah. Did you get
It's called
asked?
$0.
Did you get asked if that was
No.
okay?
No,
Fuck
because we don't have control over corporations. Corporations are willing to do are more than capable of doing whatever they want.
So
But
do
hold
you
on,
support an economy though that says, "Hey, buy my $13,000 piece of equipment," even though our manufacturing for that equipment, we're going to go to Mexico. So fuck you. Because over the years, all I've seen is us go from being able to manufacture a Buick to being able to work a fucking job at Uber and make bullshit fucking money. And then they're trying to sell me this $2,000 laptop. And I'm like, dude, our economy is fucking shit. You know why?
It's been shit for 60 years.
You know why the wage is what it is? Because our wage used to be, I would imagine, and I don't know.
This is why I swear to God,
listen,
we need to walk into Fort Knox.
I don't know.
Somebody needs to visibly see the gold that's in that bitch. Because we
Non-existent.
don't have, it's not there.
Bro, Jerome Powell
It's been
legit
gone for years.
on camera said, I print money digitally. We just add the money. He
Yeah,
said
just
this.
adds another zero to whatever
Yes.
fucking number it is.
Oh, you want $1 billion? Boom. There it is.
But
there is no
we're
money.
getting off topic here. No,
Okay,
we need to go back here.
I want to say this. So I don't know. I toy with this idea in my head in the 30s, 40s, 50s, right? For the most part, American manufacturing was a thing, and American wages had to be able to support and afford these American commodities and products, right? So if you were a motherfucker in 1940 working a construction job, you went down to your local hardware store to buy a hammer. No doubt in my mind that hammer was made in America and you could afford it.
Mhm.
It was that way.
Do you know what destroyed that?
What?
Because this is the point I was trying to get to.
Okay, go.
Unions. Unions destroyed the manufacturing base in this country because it drove
Leftism.
wages. Well, it is leftism. The fact that you feel like you need to group together, that's communism.
Yeah.
It's communism at its finest.
Yeah.
The fact that you feel you need to group together because you think you deserve more, because one person in your entire fucking company felt like he was getting slighted because because Jimmy Joe does better work than he does.
Yeah.
And they both work the same hours.
And
that's the equity bullshit. I'm done with that.
I agree 100%. Unions are fucking garbage.
You bring manufacturing back here and incentivize it.
But do you
get rid of unions?
So what happened in my mind was
pay
like
an absolute fair wage.
Yeah.
Pay an absolute fair wage. Get rid of unions. You have to regulate corporations.
Yeah.
Definitely. You have to.
Yeah, I get it.
You can't treat workers this way. You can't do this for workers. There have to be laws and rules for
But we can't allow you to also make a 10-cent product. And like, dude,
that's why manufacturing needs to come back here, though.
Like, you have fucking these goddamn diamonds in fucking Kenya.
Nobody's doing that anymore, though.
But it happened.
They're still mining diamonds, but nobody's doing that anymore.
Okay.
90% of your diamonds in the market today are lab grown.
Yes. And
you are rare to find a blood diamond.
I'm being hyperbolic to prove a fucking point, though. Okay. And you know where I'm going. Like,
I kind of do.
So, okay. Back to what I was saying, in 1950, you were construction, Rob, and you went to buy a hammer. The hammer was made in America.
Sure.
High quality steel, good manufacturing, and it was affordable. You were like, oh, it was, 89 cents for this hammer in 1950.
Yeah.
Now I go to buy a fucking made in America hammer. This is going to be like $60 fucking dollars. Because I got one.
Yeah, your Estwing.
Yeah, I got a fucking Estwing.
Yeah.
A goddamn framing hammer.
I have a framing hammer as well. Yeah, it's 60 bucks.
And I'm like, oh, fuck me, right?
But don't you also understand that if you're going to buy American made, you're going to pay for it because it is quality?
But why is that the case now and it wasn't the case when it was normal? Like if you're a plumber, Rob, you're a plumber. Mm-hmm. Imagine this. I am just a regular ass worker. I work wherever, right?
Sure.
And I'm like, okay, I need a plumber. I got to hire a plumber. You have to charge me an American labor wage. You have to say, okay, my labor in the United States, if it costs me 10 hours of my time to do this job, as an American, I have to charge you probably upwards of $100 an hour to do this job, right? As an American or whatever,
It's highly hyperbolic, but sure. Let's be real about it. $13 an hour.
No. To
do a job?
A motherfucker trying to put a floor in your home now.
At what point do you think you get $100 an hour?
Fucking $30 damn dollars.
Because it's material and labor added.
No, bro.
It's not just labor.
Bro, just labor. They're fucking charging ridiculous rates. I was sitting here at the fucking vape shop talking to a motherfucker who was like, yeah, I just installed a floor for 13 grand in this big ass house or whatever it was. And I'm like, God damn, what kind of floor? And he was like, oh, it was wood plank floor and all this, but you got to charge them, for your labor and time and driving and all this other. And I'm like, dude. And
in
he's
this day and age, you got to factor all those things in.
He's like, dude, honestly, my labor and time added in costs way more than the product itself. And I'm like, okay,
of course.
Fuck though. But
$100 an hour is
if I had to, yeah, I'm being hyperbolic. But look, if me asking you to put a floor in my house, bro,
your average construction worker, and that ranges from plumbing to electrical to flooring to fucking drywall and carpentry, right? Let's just be real about it. Your average labor cost right now is anywhere between $35 and $55 an hour.
That's my point, though. You said 13. That was stupid low. A motherfucker at McDonald's in Florida is fucking making $13 damn dollars an hour.
When you said it, you were talking about someone doing a job. We didn't get into the construction aspect of it.
I mean, a good
as a contractor, as a self-employed electrician, plumber, somebody like that,
or
you're
even
going
a company,
to get paid.
Even a company, they're going to charge you for.
You have a knowledge.
Yes,
you have a knowledge, and the company.
But my point is,
if they send out a plumber, to your house,
Mm.
the company has to charge $45 an hour. We'll call it for labor, right? Because 9 times out of 10, it's not 1 but 2 people coming out.
Yep.
So now we're paying for 2 employees.
They got to make money. you got to make money.
Yeah.
You have to make a profit on the materials as well. Or what's the point?
We haven't even factored.
Right?
We haven't even factored in
For sure.
Your parts and stuff like that. So
right. But my
I
point
understand
is I feel like what happened over time is as companies started outsourcing labor and manufacturing to third world countries because it benefited them, right? We agree that
there were tax incentives for it. Yes,
we agree.
Because we decided to. You're talking about Harry Kissinger and things like that.
Nike, Harley, Apple, all these American built and born companies
decided to move overseas because it was
overseas
incentivized to them.
because it benefited
we were trying
them,
to
right?
make a global market.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Where we fucked up was trying to make a global market.
Well, what happened is also they started going, okay, we're going to build these products. Okay, right now, if I ask Apple,
Yeah.
why can't we build computers in the United States instead of exploiting Chinese people, right?
Yep.
Because of the communism and all this shit,
Yeah.
right? What their answer is that if we built these computers in the United States, we would have to charge not $1,500, it would be $3,500. My answer is that's fine because if you had to build them here and pay Americans to build them, it would level it. Basically, I feel like in 1950, American wages supported American products and labor.
It doesn't now.
And now American wages support Chinese labor.
Yeah, because it's cheaper.
Yes. So what happens is if I want to buy
the corporations, which we talked about earlier, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
I don't know why I air quoted cheaper, but it's cheaper.
Yeah.
It's cheaper for them to send it overseas and then fucking ship that shit back here.
Yeah.
It's insane to me. Look at it. I'm going to give you one example.
For sure. Go.
Look at a skateboard.
I know this one. Go. Say it.
They cut the tree down in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
They cut the wood out. They send the wood overseas to China to be shaped and finished.
Yep.
They send it back over here to be painted and put fucking wheels on in America, and then it's sold here.
And it's cheaper.
And it's still cheaper than making it here in America.
Yep.
There is a problem with that, and that needs to be fixed immediately.
They created that imbalance by decades of exploiting labors and upcharging because
if you hit that vape in here while I can't smoke a cigarette, I'm going to fuck you up.
There's something that I read, okay?
Uh-huh.
Just for calling me a fucking
motherfucker.
communist.
Good night, everybody.
No, you have to listen to this point because
bullshit.
I looked at this chart and it was talking about, okay, when China, they're communist, right?
Yep.
They decided that they were going to carve out a province in China to toy with capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like Shenzhen or whatever, where Apple is based and all this. They were going to toy with, let's see what we could do with some capitalism and allowing American companies to build their products here, under communism kind of, but like, whatever.
Under the CCP, I get it. No, I'm with you.
Well, there was this chart. There's these charts. And it shows that around the time American companies started heavily going overseas, the profit margin gap, the wage gap between American workers, your average American employee, i.e. me and you, and the CEOs of companies fucking dramatically went crazy.
Yeah.
Because Nike goes, you know what? If Americans are willing to pay $80 for a pair of Nikes that 2 months ago were made here in the US and cost us $30, they're still going to pay for that same Nike $80 that now we get made for $7.
Yeah.
So why would we pass on the savings when we can pocket the difference? And that's what they fucking did.
They've always done that.
I know. But
ever since we started outsourcing jobs overseas, which this has happened all the way since back probably the 80s.
Yeah.
I remember my parents fucking screaming about it.
Yeah.
Maybe even the 70s. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember exactly because I'm not that old.
You're that old.
Fuck you, Jimmy. Fuck you.
You're
what
close.
I'm getting at is the outsourcing of jobs has destroyed the American market.
Yes.
The American manufacturing.
No, that's what I was getting at. You stole my fucking point. That's what I was
think I made it before you.
No.
Yeah, I win.
What?
Yeah, fucking win.
Vote. Who won? That was my point.
Let me know. Let
You-
us know in the comments.
You stole my point.
I win.
No.
On that note, everybody, fuck you, Jimmy. Have a good night.
You are gay.